Welcome back, Miners fans, to Mulcahy Stadium, as today we have a matchup between your Matsu Miners and the host, the Anchorage Bucs. I'm Reese Landon, joined by Sean Neef, and today the Miners, going for 6 in a row, they'll send Wyatt Tucker, the right-hander from Texas A&M, to the bump to counter this Bucs lineup. The Bucs lineup on the year has been pretty good average-wise and on-base-wise, but not a ton of power on this team, at least yet. The Miners coming in, obviously their bats have been better as of late, and they welcome new addition today, EJ Cumbo from the University of Tampa. He is back after suffering an injury that kind of was nagging against him during his college year, so he's up today. He's batting second, playing center field.
And on the other side, the Miners have struggled to get their bats rolling early into games, but the Bucs seem to be the opposite way. They have what's currently the highest batting average in the ABL, whereas the Miners' slugging is what comes in late into games, especially in the 7th inning onward. Hopefully they're going to see some difference today, adding Cumbo to the lineup, but a few names on the Bucs side as well. It's been a while since these two teams have played.
Yeah, haven't played since, I believe it was June 8th, and the Miners will send out this lineup against the Bucs pitcher, Barrera. Leading off at shortstop, David Bermudez. Batting second and center field, it's EJ Cumbo. Hitting third at first, it's Nick Sorelli. Batting fourth at third, it's Casey Rother. Hitting fifth, and the designated hitter, Tyler Rando. Batting sixth and catching, Sam Thompson. In left field and batting seventh, it's Mike Ferreira. Batting eighth in right field, Ricky Nunez. And batting ninth at second base, J.D. Urso. On the mound again is Wyatt Tucker.
And for the Bucs, they have DH Ernie Yake leading them off. Yake has been leading the ABL in batting average since he joined, so no doubt that he can get on base regardless of the way. And then Jack Mytoff is going to be in the 7 position out of the 2-hole. Jake Skipworth is going to be holding down first base from the 3-hole. Cole Carrick, the center fielder, roaming in the cleanup position. Matt Erickson, the catcher behind the plate, is going to be sitting in the 5-hole. Carson Rocaforte, the speedy right fielder, is going to be in the 6-hole, with Diego Baquero in the 7. Garrett Ostrander being put in the 8 today, a different position we've seen him in as he's moved all around this rotation and field, and Woody Hadeen in the 9-hole.
Diego Barrera will be the pitcher. It'll be his 5th start of the year for the Bucs. In 4 starts this year, he's went 23 innings, giving up 18 hits and 5 walks. He's surrendered only 7 earned runs on the year, and he has 24 strikeouts, so plenty of strikeout potential. I've already seen Barrera once this year. He comes in with a 2.74 ERA. This is the Miners' last game on the road until next Friday. They have home contests aplenty due up, starting with tomorrow, July 4th at 4 p.m. against the Peninsula Oilers. And now we're going to take a short break for the national anthem and be back in just a few moments. Welcome back here from and play. The Southpaw on the mound. Diego Barrera heads to the mound. He'll face Bermudez. And then E.J. Cumbo, who we haven't seen yet. He's in the 2-hole. And then Nick Sorelli. So 2 lefties, interestingly enough. Facing the left-hander Barrera, who, like we were saying, has pretty good numbers on the year. Behind him defensively, left to right in the outfield, will be Mactoff, Carrig, and Rocaforte. Infield left to right, Vaquero, Hayden, Ostrander, Skipworth, pitcher-catcher battery, Erickson, Barrera.
And for the Miners, a big part of why they built the roster today the way they have is the hitting they've seen in recent games. Nunez, Ferreira, and Sorelli make up the top 3 for batting average and also for OBP over the past week. So each of them has found a spot in today's rotation. Not in today's rotation, Josh Mrozik, somebody who's usually one of their lead-on in the 1 or 2 hole. Instead, he's going to be on the bench today, but doesn't mean we won't see him. Might have him come in as a pinch runner. We've seen him do that for Ferreira, for Rando before. So it doesn't mean it's totally a day off for the utility man of Mrozik, but interesting to see Ferreira and Nunez coming back to the lineup today together.
It's a chilly one today in Anchorage. Game time temperature in the high 50s. Overcast, not much sun to speak of, so one of the chillier days you're going to see in the ABL, specifically in July, as David Bermudez steps to the plate first for the Miners. Bermudez looking for some success here. Average still below the 200 mark, but it started to make a bit of a climb. Here he'll step in. 67 at-bats on the air for Bermudez. He's got 9 hits as first pitch is a fastball. Strike 1. We're underway from Anchorage. First pitch at 2:02 p.m. As Bermudez fouls that pitch back and quickly down 0-2. The Miners in a different dugout today for the first time since we've been to Anchorage. This is the 4th time they've been to Anchorage. First 3 times all facing the Glacier Pilots. The 0-2 is a fastball just off the edge. No! Called strike 3. Bermudez put away. On strikes looking. That's 1 away. And now it's going to be E.J. Cumbo. The first at-bat for the left-handed batter from the University of Tampa.
So 1 up, 1 down for the Miners. Only took 1 plate appearance for Barrera to record his first strikeout of the evening.
As Cumbo watches ball 1 there. Cumbo was a pretty good hitter, to say the least, at the University of Tampa this year. He helped Tampa make it all the way to the Division II College World Series as he swings here and hits a little nubber down to third. Up with it and over to first. Sweep tag in time. Nice play over there by the first baseman, Jake Skipworth, as the throw from Vaquero was a bit offline, and there's 2 away for Nick Sorelli.
Just some incredible hand-eye reaction right there to get the ball out of midair and get the tag before he reached the ground. A really incredible play from first plate.
So now it's Nick Sorelli, left-handed batter, as he watches ball 1 just off the edge. So Sorelli ahead a little bit in the count. Sorelli on the year hitting .350 as he watches ball 2 up, hitting .350 with a .466 on base and a .583 slugging, which is good for a 1,049 OPS. That's about as good as it gets, as the 2-0 is a fastball for a strike.
One thing is for sure is he's been getting on base more and more as the year's gone on, and that comes with an added sense of confidence whenever he comes to the bait or to the plate to face off. His vision just seems to be getting better. That's going to be 3-1 now.
3-1 on Sorelli. Casey Rother, power bat. We've seen him in the 2-hole pretty much all year, but he's in the cleanup spot today. As the 3-1 is shot over to first, Skipworth fields the screaming ground ball, and that'll be a 1-2-3 first for Diego Barrera. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Wyatt Tucker out to the mound for his 5th start of the year, and we'll be back from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. Welcome back from Mulcahy Stadium, as the first to the plate is the designated hitter Ernie Yake, who on the year leads the ABL in batting average. He's batting .378 in 37 at-bats. Last start for the man on the mound, Wyatt Tucker, was a good one. Went 5 innings, gave up just 1 hit and 4 walks. He struck out 7 and did not allow a run, as the first pitch there is swung on, and Ernie Yake continues his hot hitting as he goes the opposite way. The Gonzaga Bulldog goes into left field. That's a leadoff single for the Bucs, as now to the plate is going to be Jack Mactoff, the left fielder.
And I don't think anyone should expect anything else with an OBP nearly at 50 or 500 for Yake. Yake can rake. There's no question about it.
Tucker on the year comes in with 13 1/3 innings pitched in 3 starts. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, 10 walks, but he has 14 strikeouts. No decisions yet on the year, 0-0 record. Mactoff to the plate now as he takes a fastball low and in for strike 1.
One thing that really helps Tucker is that velocity he has. Kid really has a cannon on him. Could be the strongest arm on the team over time with some development. Right now, what he wants to do is really ease off of those 4 walks he had in his last appearance.
Mactoff, a .283 batter, came in with no homers and 4 RBIs as Tucker watches Yake back to first. Mactoff, 46 at-bats. He's played in 12 games. As actually, that move is going to be called as a balk, and now the umpires are going to converge and meet up. This call could be changed, possibly. Holding on the edge of the dugout is Tyler LeBrun. We'll see what the umpires converge and say, and they're going to send it back to first. So no balk for Tucker. Back in to first goes Ernie Yake.
Only a temporary home for Yake, as he's going to be back at first now, so soft reset for both sides.
Yake on the year has a couple of stolen bases, has not been caught yet. As Mactoff back in. And we are ready to go once again. Counts it to 0-1 on Jack Mactoff. He peers in. Tucker's 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball low and in, so it's gone 1-1 on Mactoff. Another left-handed batter in this order. Next in the rotation would be Jake Skipworth, who's tied for second on this team in RBIs. 1-1 from Tucker. Here it comes. Runner takes off. Fastball swung on. Hit into shallow left field. Coming on Ferreira. He's not going to get it. The runner at second holds there, and there's another single for the Anchorage Bucs, and they got a couple men on with none out, and now it's Jake Skipworth.
So a successful hit and run there. Surprised he didn't try and push for more bases, but the arm of Ferreira in left deterred any kind of push towards the third bag.
That ball was just blooped out there, and I think Yake thought it might have been caught at first. That's why he hesitated. Had he not hesitated, he definitely could have made it to third. Instead, it's just first and second, as now Wyatt Tucker is in a bit of a jam. Jake Skipworth, who I mentioned, has 10 RBIs, good for a tie for second on the Anchorage Bucs. No home runs. He's also walked 7 times, struck out 16. Right-handed batter against Tucker.
Also the leading hitter with total hits on the team right now, so capable of putting it in play for sure.
As that ball is hammered down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is gone.
I don't know about that. From my perspective, that looked like it went to the left of the pole, but could have a poor angle on it. Everyone in third corner seems pretty frustrated as well.
As that's a 3-run home run for Jake Skipworth, and the Anchorage Bucs immediately striking in the bottom of the first, back-to-back singles and a 3-run home run. It's Skipworth's first of the year. It's now to be Cole Carrig as Tucker looks to reset out there on the mound.
Still no outs right now.
Center fielder number 13, Cole Carrig.
And now nobody behind him to worry about.
3-0 Bucs. Still no one out in the first frame. Carrig on the year comes in hitting .224. He's got a .293 slugging percentage to go along with a .356 on base. Good for a .649 OPS as he watches a breaking ball for strike 1.
Well, not really a pressure at bat for him anymore. Already got the runs to come across thanks to the batter in front of him. Now Carrig can just focus on keeping this inning alive.
As now stepping off is Tucker. He'll ask for a new ball. Carrick will step out. The Miners have 7 comeback wins this year, so it's not uncommon to see a comeback win. They're used to playing from behind. Tucker's kind of just got to reset out there, even with the 3-0 game. As there's a ball delivered to Cole Carrick. It's 1-1.
And like you said, the Miners have put up plenty of runs in single innings before, so nothing to worry about just yet. The biggest thing they need to do is start getting outs in this inning. Still none recorded. Need to keep this manageable.
As there's a fastball for strike 2 getting on the inside part of the plate. It's 1-2 here on Cole Carrick, who we've seen in right field, we've seen behind the plate, and then today in center field, batting cleanup. That was no cheapie. That Jake Skipworth hit over the fence. That ball was deep. It's just whether it would stay fair or not. As here's a hot shot to the shortstop. Urso makes the play, 1 out. J.D. Urso at shortstop today. David Bermudez over to second.
We usually see them roll reversed out there. Bermudez has been making a few more errors recently, wondering if that might be why they're moving Urso over to the short side. But we'll see how it works out. So far there, a clean grab from Urso and a nice throw in for the first out.
Now it's the catcher behind the plate, Matt Erickson, who's slashing 250, 344, 304 on the year as first pitch is a breaking ball for strike 1. Tucker, maybe a curveball there. Erickson, a right-handed batter.
Nice job here by Tucker to reestablish himself on the mound.
As this ball is popped up into foul ground, Sorelli long run still on the run, and he won't get to it. That's out of play. A lighter crowd on hand today in Anchorage for the 2 p.m. start. It is colder, no doubt about that. And July 4th weekend, you could see some people going out of town and different stuff. But for our own July 4th game, tomorrow starts at 4 p.m. against the Peninsula Oilers at Herman Brothers Field. Gates open at 2:30 as that pitch misses off the outside.
What better way to enjoy the 4th than a day at Herman Brothers? Just absolutely gorgeous condition for America's pastime. That sounds like a pretty good 4th of July to me.
Here comes the 2-2. It's swung on and grounded to third. Sliding stop. Rother goes to first. Long throw, and he got him. Nice play, Casey Rother. On the slide down there on the third base line. He's looked really good at third base since getting moved over there recently, and there's 2 away now for Carson Rocaforte.
With his first 2 throws, the first time they moved him over into that position, there was some question, but really seeing the adjustment there, the sliding grab, and a nice throw across, didn't even need a single hop.
Rocaforte, the right fielder, in now as he watches a fastball low for ball 1. Rocaforte on the air, slashing 250, 368, 286. That's good for a 654 OPS. As he watches a strike there, count is 1-1 on Carson Rocaforte, who's also added a couple of RBIs on the year. He's walked more than he struck out as well. 11 walks to 8 strikeouts as this ball is hit pretty deep left center field. On the run is Ferreira, still going at the track, and he'll make the catch. That ball was really carrying, as it usually does in Mulcahy Stadium. Bucs are out of here in the first, but not before they scratch across 3 on a 3-run home run from Jake Skipworth. We'll head to the second. Bucs 3, Miners 0, and we'll be back from Mulcahy Stadium in just a bit. Back out for another inning of work as Diego Barrera he'll work 4-5-6 here as the Miners went down quietly in the first. Casey Rother made that sliding stop on defense in the first inning. To the plate now as he watches ball one. Rother on the year hitting .328. He's got a .423 on base and a .493 slugging, which is good for a .916 OPS, well above league average as he sits 2-0 now.
Casey Rother, also the hitter that pitcher Aaron Winkler most claimed that he wanted to pitch to on this team. He seems like he's a great challenge for whatever pitcher he goes up against.
He takes strike one there. He's at a 2-1 count for the Lehigh product. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled towards the Bucs dugout. It's 2-2. Rother also has added a homer and 8 RBIs. He's only struck out 6 times in 67 at-bats. Pretty good number, and he's walked 9 times, as Rother pauses, steps out, steps back in, and he's back ready to go on 2-2. Tyler Rando sits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swung on and fouled hard down the first baseline. Fans ducking down there to avoid that line drive. And count remains 2-2 here on Casey Rother.
Can't really blame him with how cold it is right now. There's extra pop every time there's contact.
So he goes a little bit off the plate there to foul that one away. Good plate protection there from Rother. Still 2-2. Him and Sorelli are prone to these long at-bats. And another one right now for Casey Rother. Here's the 2-2. And this one misses in the dirt. So count has ran full on Rother.
And what makes it really easy for hitters like Sorelli and Rother is their long reach. Anytime they're reaching across the plate for something that might be a fish, they have a better chance of at least tipping it off.
Barrera is barely serving up 2 walks per 9 innings this year as another ball fouled away by Rother, and it's still 3-2, an extended at bat. Yeah, Barrera has been very good with a strikeout to walk ratio, almost 5-1.
Really struggling in this battle here, with Casey Rother making him work for every pitch.
3-2 pitch again, swung on and fouled off once again. Another foul ball, and this marathon continues. This will be pitch number 10 coming next.
The more pitches he throws, the more likely it is he'll get one across the plate eventually. Rother just has to wait on the right one.
3-2 pitch, swung on, popped up into foul ground, and that's going to get out of play again. Another foul ball. Rother still alive. 3-2. Bucs defensive alignment pretty much playing him straight up. Not really shaded deep or to the left or anything. So Rother in a bit of an unconventional spot. Pretty much every team in the ABL does shift against him, at least back a little bit. 3-2 from the Southpaw Barrera. It's on the way. Swing and a miss. Went with a high fastball. Advantage Barrera in the first battle between the two tonight. Barrera gets that strikeout, and that's going to be Tyler Rando.
His second strikeout of the game, too. First one swinging. As Rother goes down, I want to keep my eye on that little half step that Barrera does for his fastball. Almost starts to get the batter moving and then gives his full delivery. Interesting mix of timing there.
As the pitch to the next batter, Tyler Rando. DH at the plate. As he watches strike one. Rando on the year hitting .237. He's got a home run and 6 RBIs as now he's down 0-2 after watching 2 straight called strikes.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here. Barrera seems to really be placing that fastball low well.
As the 0-2 is fouled away, Rando slashing .237, 341, 368 on the year. Just a tick above the 700 OPS line at 709 as that breaking ball is way away. Barrera. Ball 1 to Rando. Sam Thompson in the on-deck circle. Rando back in for the 1-2 and pausing on the mound before that pitch was Barrera. Here comes the 1-2. It's a fastball up and in, taking all the way as Rando. It's 2-2.
Barrera right now seems like he's standing on the mound with a lot of confidence, but Rando not intimidated, taking these well.
As he takes ball 3 there. Tailgating, speeding, and darting between lanes, that'll get you noticed and ticketed by the police. Drive slow, Drive sober, slow down. We want you to stop speeding before it stops you. This message is brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office as Tyler Rando is down swinging for the second out of the inning. It'll be Sam Thompson.
Catcher number 18, Sam
Thompson. Coming in for the at-bat today, he's been hitting a lot better lately. He's got his average up to 182 on the year, 8 hits in 44 at-bats as he watches a called strike one there.
He's enjoying the zone he's getting so far from the home plate umpire as the two of them have been on the same page.
As Thompson watches another strike on the outside edge, it's 0-2. Anchorage Bucs come in today as the second best team in the ABL behind the Miners. They sit at 10-8 on the year. As here's the 0-2, swung on and hit softly into shallow right center, actually camping under it. In short right center field is Garrett Ostrander. He'll make the grab, and that's it for the Miners in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Back out for his second inning of work is Wyatt Tucker. Miners trail 3-0 here from Mulcahy Stadium, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Welcome back as we start the bottom of the second. To the plate for the Anchorage Bucs, it's going to be Diego Vaquero. Diego Vaquero starting at third base today. The Loyola Marymount product at the dish now. 7-8-9 due up for the Anchorage Bucs. First pitch to him is a slider outside. Tucker behind 1-0. Vaquero and then Garrett Ostrander and then Woody Hadeen, all infielders. Due up for the Bucs as the 1-0 is a fastball on the outside edge. It'll be strike one for Wyatt Tucker.
Well, so far for Tuck, hasn't pitched any strikeouts yet, but has thrown a fair amount of strikes. He's putting himself in favorable counts, but that one barely missing.
2-1 now. Vaquero on the year hitting .273. He's got a 1 home run and 10 RBIs. This Bucs team doesn't hit a lot of home runs, just 2 on the year as Vaquero slashes that one down to Rother. It'll go 5-3 for a ground out, first out of the inning. And now, due to the plate, it's going to be Ostrander. Ostrander, the second baseman from Cal Baptist, right-handed batter to the plate.
And make that the 4th ground out in a row as well, as they ended the last inning with 3 straight after giving up that 3-run shot.
Ostrander with the third most plate appearances on this Bucs team with 71. He's got a .241 average with a .380 on base and a .259 slugging as he watches strike one there. Yeah, this Bucs team is well known for taking a lot of walks. They take a ton of them and by far lead the ABL in terms of on-base percentage.
Take a ton of them, and Ostrander might just be the best at it with Carrick, as both of them have 12 up to this point. They really can draw a walk almost any single game.
As he's down deep in a hole now, 0-2. Here it comes. It's a fastball away. Ball 1. Yeah, this team has taken 91 walks on the year. That's a really good number in just 18 games. They're all over the on-base charts. Tucker winds. Here comes the 1-2. He struck him out with a breaking ball. Wyatt Tucker's first strikeout of the game comes against Garrett Ostrander. Now Woody Hayden with 2 away will come to the plate.
Throwing up strikes, you'll eventually get 3 in a row. Gets the strikeout there, and Wyatt Tucker is feeling good now. Hopefully able to shut out this inning, be a major confidence booster after allowing a score in the opening frame.
Woody Hayden, a left-handed batter, now in. He's hitting just .220 on the year. He's got 9 RBIs. Walked 4 times, struck out 6 as he watches ball 1 there. Hayden also has a .340 on-base percentage with just a .220 average. An impressive number here from him. .584 OPS as he squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 2.
Hayden always does seem to strive more, though, when there's plate or base runners in front of him. With 9 RBIs to go along with his 9 hits, he's pretty clutch when it comes into those decisions.
As there's ball 3 from Tucker. He missed away, so Hayden 1 ball away from taking first base. Miners defensively are pretty deep in the outfield, specifically in right field. Ricky Nunez is pretty deep out there. Here comes the 3-ball pitch, and make it 4 of them. That's a walk for Woody Hayden, a 2-out walk. And now it's top of the order for the Anchorage Bucs. Stepping to the plate now is going to be their leadoff hitter, Ernie Yake, who singled back in the first.
He's keeping this hitting streak going, so no worries about that anymore. Now he can just focus on each at-bat.
All opposite field singles in the first inning. I shouldn't say all, I should say both of them were opposite field singles. The first one by Yake. He went to left field as the runner takes off. First pitch, breaking ball, called, I believe, a ball. Throw down to second base is not even close. Actually backing up the play was Bermudez. He'll field the ball on a hop to keep the runner from going to third. It's a stolen base, and it's 1-0.
That is some nice unspoken chemistry out there in middle infield between the two of them. Bermudez, playing on the other side, might know a bit where those throws are being pulled to. Nice cover there. Prevents him from getting another bag.
Yes, Tucker peers in. He's got what he wants. Here's the 1-0. It's a strike at the knees, so he's evened it up here at 1-1 in the count. Alaska Highway Safety Office reminds you that when your speed increases on the road, so does the chance for a crash. Don't put your schedule ahead of everyone else's safety. Stop speeding before it stops you. This message is brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office. As 2-1 now sits the count on Ernie Yake, and for his 39th at-bat of the year. Nobody really holding on. The runner Hayden at second obviously has good speed. Swiped that base just a few moments ago. Tucker checks him. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line, and that's going to get back out of play. Now it's 2-2 on Ernie Yake. Yake, with that last single, inch closer to 1,000 OPS on the year. Came in with a 992 OPS.
Also pushing that 400 line for the batting average, sitting at a 394 after that single.
As this pitch is hit on a line into right field, Nunez coming on, he won't get it. He's up with it. The throw to the plate is not going to go to the plate. It's going to go to second base. That's an RBI single for Ernie Yake, his second hit of the ballgame, and it's 4-0 Bucs here in the second.
Well, right now, he is making a case for him being the best hitter. And doesn't seem to be much debate as 2 for 2 in the game already with a ribeye to his name.
Nunez was still playing pretty deep. Had he been in probably a normal spot, he would have caught that, but they're playing Yake deep, and it dropped in front of him. Now with 2 away, coming back up to the plate as Yake takes off. The throw down to second base is not in time. Another steal for the Bucs, their second of the game. They've been running a lot on this turf. Stolen base there for Ernie Yake. That's his 3rd of the year. The runner in scoring position again with 2 outs. Jack Mactoff in a 1-0 count.
Well, got the first 2 outs here. The last 2 causing real issues. Mactoff also got a hit. last time up. Let's see if he can continue here or if the Miners can finally get themselves out of an inning without allowing a score.
This count sits at 2-0 on Mactoff. Only 4-0. Miners could definitely still make a comeback with the current score on the board, but you got to start limiting runs.
Absolutely, but like you said, not much time given to you as that's a beautiful breaking ball freezing him.
Strike one there. Yeah, it's important to get the guy at the plate, as the guy in the on-deck circle, if Mactoff were to reach, would have 2 runners on and 2 out. And that man in the on-deck circle, Jake Skipworth, hit a 3-run bomb down the left field line his last time up. Tucker checks. Here's the 2-1. It's a fastball hit in the air, center field. Freezing was Cumbo. Now he'll go back a few steps, line it up, and he'll make the catch in straightaway center field. So the Bucs get another run in the second on an RBI single from Ernie Yake. We'll head to the third. Bucs 4, Miners 0. We'll be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. Leading it off here as we start the third is going to be the Westchester University product, Mike Ferreira, left fielder. And against Diego Barrera, who's been perfect through 2 innings. As he throws ball 1 there in the dirt. It'll be Ferreira, Nunez, Urso here in the away half of the third.
Bottom of the lineup's got to spark some life for this offense. Nice hit there.
As it's blooped into center field. Up there straight away, barely having to move, was the center fielder Carrick for the first out. Now it's going to be Ricky Nunez, the right fielder.
Right fielder number 14, Ricky Nunez.
Ricky's been waiting for the chance to get back into this lineup. Every time you hear from him off the field, he's just looking for an opportunity. This will be his first time to play in about 3 games, so hoping for some big things from Nunez out of the 8-hole.
As this pitch is swung on and hit down to third base. Vaquero up with it. Strong arm at third as he throws Nunez out by a couple of steps. 2 quick outs here to start the third, and now it'll be J.D. Urso, the shortstop from the University of Tampa, to the plate.
That brings up shortstop number 12.
So far, they've been knocking him down like dominoes. Urso, the 9th hitter he'll face, and hoping not to become the 9th out. Miners, when they start to fight back, that's when they really start rallying. They just need to get that first hit on the board right now.
Urso on the year, a .214 batter. He's got 5 hits and 28 at-bats as he watches strike 1 there. Urso been playing pretty much every day since he got here. A sound defensive player and can swing the bat a little bit. As the 0-1 pitch is a fastball just off the plate. Urso is heated it up here at 101. He's got a .241 on-base percentage and a .250 slugging.
And that's tough after getting an inside pitch. Anything outside looks very far. Nice job to lay off before hitting that foul ball.
That fastball was fouled away, and now it's 1-2.
The
thing that Barrera's been doing excellent is getting ahead of hitters with first pitch strikes and really just being ahead most of the counts. 1-2 here on J.D. Urso. Here's the pitch. It's up and away. Urso evens it up once again at 2-2. If he were to reach, it'd be the top of the order. David Bermudez on deck.
And I can't wait to see if J.D. Urso is actually going to dye his hair green, because seeing that hanging out the back of the helmet would make it a lot more fun.
So he hits a 2-hopper over to short. Up with it is the shortstop, Dean. He'll throw to first in time. A 6-3 ground out to end the top of the third. Perfect 3 innings on the mound for Diego Barrera as he'll head back to the dugout and the Miners onto the field as we take a short break before the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back here in just a few minutes from Mulcahy Stadium. Welcome back from Anchorage as we start the third inning. Jake Skipworth, who had the 3-run home run in the first, to the plate now. Skipworth hit the 3rd home run of the year for the Bucs. They haven't hit a ton of them, but he got one of them there. Wyatt Tucker back out for the 3rd inning as he winds and fires. First pitch is a fastball for a strike. We're underway in the bottom of the 3rd. Bucs come in today, obviously, as I said earlier, at 10-8. They are 1 game ahead of the 3rd place Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks, who are in 3rd place, as there's a breaking ball for strike 2. The other teams in the standings, Anchorage Glacier Pilots sitting at 10-11, just a half game back of the Chinooks, and then way down at the bottom of the league at 5-14 are the Peninsula Oilers. As the 0-2 is a fastball that just missed off the plate, so Skipworth to 1-2.
And made home plate umpire think twice about that one, just wasn't quite sure. Took an extra second before calling that ball.
There's a breaking ball off the plate, 2-2.
So far in this game, we've seen the top of the order for the Bucs put a lot of pressure on the bases. That high average in the ABL means they affect the whip of pitchers pretty well, and they put you in high-pressure situations.
As Skipworth wildly down swinging there on a 2-2 breaking ball from Tucker, give him a couple on the day, a couple punch-outs on strikes. And now to the plate is going to be Cole Carrick, the center fielder.
Will go down as his 2nd strikeout, both swinging. The first one by Ostrander. That time gets a little revenge against Jake Skipworth.
Cole Carrick now in. Carrick looking to find some success. Offensively 0-for-1 on the day. That's the first pitch to him here. Half swing. It was going to be a called strike anyway. So it's an 0-1 on Carrick. Miners looking for an easy third as they surrendered 3 in the first and 1 in the second.
Seeing a big defensive stop and a 0 posted on the scoreboard could really fire up this offense.
There's a fastball in there, and quickly behind in the count is Cole Carrick at 0-2. Right fielder from Louisiana Lafayette, back in. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and tapped back up the middle. Urso on the move, on the charge, throw to first in time. Nice play, J.D. Urso. Moving quickly, 6-3 ground out. It's a really nice play, and now with 2 away, it'll be the 5th inning catcher, Matt Erickson.
And that was just a smooth transition, glove to hand, quick throw. J.D. Urso is filling into that shortstop spot real cleanly.
Erickson 0-for-1 on the day. He steps in now with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. It's swung on and hit back up the middle, so not a completely Clean third inning for Wyatt Tucker as there's a 2-out base hit for Matt Erickson. Carson Rocaforte the next to the plate.
That's a tough break. Tucker had a chance to almost stab it out of the air, but it's going to be tough to react to a ball coming back that fast. You could hear the crack.
And the ball travels on this turf quicker than it would on dirt at per se Herman Brothers or even in Kenai at Coral Seymour Ballpark, home of the Peninsula Oilers. Now, 1 on, 2 outs. Rocaforte 0 for 1 on the day to the plate. As this pitch is a ball, and it's going to skip off Sam Thompson's glove to the backstop. It's going to go down as a pass ball on Thompson. Runner moves up to second, and now a runner in scoring position for Rocaforte. Tucker trying to work around 2-out damage. Runner sits over at second. At Erickson. Rocaforte, the right fielder, in. Here it comes. And it's breaking ball. Just missed. Where did that miss? 2-0.
Well, the home plate umpire might be a little daydreaming out there.
Not really sure where that one missed, but it's 2-0. Erickson with a healthy lead off second. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Rocaforte gets his first strike, 2-1.
How often do you think the second plate umpire looks over at the home plate umpire's like, really?
Don't see that a lot. And for those who've been listening all year, we haven't really given the umpires a very hard time at all, but that one looked like it should have been a strike. 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball low, and it's gone 3-1. You're on Rocaforte with the third baseman Vaquero sitting on deck.
Well, does have the empty pillow over there at first, but doesn't want to put 2 on again. Last time when they were in that situation, all 3 came across.
Checking the runners, Tucker, 3-1 pitch, swung on and hit up in the air. Shallow left center, Urso going out onto the grass. He'll make the catch in short left center field. Bucks threaten, do not score. We're heading to the 4th here in Anchorage. Miners down 4-0, and we'll be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. Welcome back here from Mulcahy Stadium as we start the 4th inning. Diego Barrera, so far 3 perfect innings for the Bucs. David Bermudez playing the Keystone second base, first in. And the first pitch here is in the dirt. 1-0 on Bermudez, whose first at bat he went down looking on strikes.
Wasn't the only Miner to do so either. 3 strikeouts for these first 3 innings to show.
As he pops that one foul, it's 1-1 on Bermudez.
It's pretty tough to get to the plate or get to the base with Barrera. 24 strikeouts to only 7 hits allowed to 18 hits allowed so far this year.
Swinging through a breaking ball there was Bermudez, and now he's in a hole, 1-2.
Not making it any easier now.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Was in the dirt. throw from Erickson down to the first baseman Skipworth to complete the strikeout. Second strikeout of the day for Bermudez. Now it's E.J. Cumbo, still looking for his first minors hit. He grounded out his first time.
And a huge hole here could be a spark plug for a lineup that's had 2 days off. Maybe some new blood could really energize them right now.
As Cumbo takes strike one on the outside edge. Nick Sorelli due up on deck, and if it were to get to him in the hole, it would be Casey Rother. As 0-2 now, a couple of called strikes on the hitter at the plate, E.J. Cumbo. Barrera is a strike thrower, and a good one at that. Miners have been down in counts all game long, as this one is slashed down the third baseline, but foul. Count's still 0-2 on E.J. Cumbo.
Seeing him better now, but Barrera's control. It's been pretty solid throughout the games. He can figure out where he wants to put it. You can make some solid contact.
There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Cumbo does a good job to hold off 1-2. He slashed 382, 427, 645 for the Tampa Spartans this year as the 1-2 pitch is swung on, hit into shallow center field, and it's going to drop. How about E.J. Cumbo? His first hit in the Miners uniform is a one-out single. He'll be aboard first for Nick Sorelli.
That'll be their first of the day, so finally taking the lid off. Able to get going now as Sorelli comes to the plate. Someone who's not struggled to get on base himself.
He's homered in back-to-back games. He's tied for the ABL lead with Ethan Mann of the Anchorage Glacier Pilots at 4. Looking for 5 here as the first pitch is a fastball for a strike.
And Sorelli doesn't have to put it over the fence to be effective. Does have a high slugging percentage right now, but his OBP stands at nearly 600. The guy gets on base pretty productively.
He is 9 for his last 17 at the plate. Throw in 2 walks as well as this pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. So Sorelli in an 0-2 hole now. Sorelli over the past 17 at-bats. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, a couple of walks. He's slashing 529, 579, 882 over the past week. Here's the 0-2 breaking ball. Got good piece of wood on it as he's able to foul away on the inside breaking ball to remain 0-2 on Sorelli.
Anytime someone can slash over 800 for their slugging percentage, I'd say that's a pretty effective week.
OPS approaching 1,500. Here's the 0-2. It's swung on and fouled over the press box. It will stay 0-2 on Sorelli, who, like I was saying during Casey Rother's at-bat earlier, both him and Rother have a tendency for long at-bats to drive up pitch count.
And we've seen him work his way back from 0-2 to 3-2, maybe even to a walk before.
The 0-2 is taken low. A really good take on a change-up there. Just floating below the knees of Sorelli. It's 1-2. Cumbo over at first does have good speed. He can run the bases pretty well. Stole a bunch of bases for Tampa this spring. Long look at him by Barrera. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and grounded up the first baseline. Foul. Nice snag by Bubba Walters coming out of the coach's box over there at first base to snag it with one hand.
Coaches got to have skills too. How do you think they're going to pass it on to these players? Bubba Walters, nice reflexes there. Maybe.
Now, still 1-2 on Nick Sorelli, the Miners 3-hitter. Barrera, long look over. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit into right center field. Will it drop? Yes, it will. Cumbo around second. He's going to go into third, stumbling with the ball out there in center is Kerrigan. Into third base, standing up is E.J. Cumbo. And the hit streak continues. Nick Sorelli with a single to right center. And all of a sudden, the Miners got a threat here with first and third and just one away.
Well, Cumbo looked ready to take third regardless of the sign he got. He was head down, ready to grind into that third base, and now they got runners at the corners. A major threat with Casey Rother at the plate.
Big time opportunity. Rother, the cleanup hitter. He's got Sorelli at first, Cumbo at third. Just one out. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike one to Casey Rother, who struck out in a, I believe it was a 10-pitch at-bat back in the second. Second battle between Barrera and Rother. Here's the 0-1. It's just a tick low, 1-1. Tyler Rando sits in the on-deck circle, the DH. And then in the hole is Sam Thompson. Barrera checking over on Cirelli. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit down to third base. Up with his Vaquero. He'll go to second. The turnover off the glove of Skipworth would have been a double play. Instead, Rother safe at first. That'll go down as an error on Garrett Ostrander, and the Miners get their first run of the game home. EJ Cumbo in to score. It's 4-1 here in the fourth.
Able to sneak that one away with the skin of their teeth, but a score is a score. Miners finally take that 0 off the scoreboard, and now they're going to see if they can expand upon that in this inning with 2 outs.
Nearly a chance to keep that goose egg on the scoreboard, but the throw from Ostrander to Skipworth was offline. Would have pulled him off the bag anyway, but also tipped off Skipworth's glove over towards the Miners' dugout and the railing. So no real opportunity to get him, as the count is now 0-1 on Tyler Rando. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit deep down the right field line, but that's going to go foul onto the street. So Rando in an 0-2 hole now.
Definitely seems like this Miners team has caught up to the speed of Barrera's pitches. Everyone the second time around definitely getting a lot more contact.
0-2. It's on the way. Swing and miss. Got him with the inside fastball. Diego Barrera navigates around any additional damage as he takes an unearned run there in the fourth. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Miners trail 4-1 here from Mulcahy Stadium, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
The Bucs. Number 30, Diego Vaquero.
Welcome back as we start the bottom of the fourth. Diego Vaquero kicks it off for the Bucs order. 7-8-9 due up. Vaquero in for his second at-bat of the game. 0-for-1 on his line. Wyatt Tucker back out for the fourth inning as there's a breaking ball for strike one. He's ahead 0-1 in the count. Vaquero, Loyola Marymount Lion. Right-handed batter, right-handed thrower. We've seen him at third base and DH so far this year, swinging wildly on a slider. 0-2 in the count.
Well, really incorporating his breaking stuff now is Tucker taking advantage of that fastball speed, really pulling the string on some of these hitters.
0-2 pitch is fouled over the screen and out of play. Count remains 0-2. Temperature really hasn't picked up here at Anchorage. I mean, it's a chilly one, especially for July. High 50s in the forecast. Tomorrow, on July 4th, as that pitch is inside ball one, July 4th, it'll be great weather at Herman Brothers Field. About 70 degrees around game time at 4 p.m. Gates open at 2:30, and the Miners will also be selling new items in their team store. So make sure if you can make the trip out to Palmer, stop by at Herman Brothers Field as Tucker's at 2-2.
They do have those new camo hats at the shop. I saw those. Go really well with the Miners camo jerseys that they like to wear for certain occasions. The 4th of July, a very special one. So be sure to fit in. Get your own camo gear.
This ball is stroked on a line to left field. Coming on, Mike Ferrero with the diving grab in left field. Nice play by the Westchester University product, and there's one away. Nice play by Ferrera, coming in quickly on that ball as that ball was hammered on a line, but Ferrera laying out to make the grab, and there's one away here in the 4th.
Well, that angle was just perfect for trying to get a ball to drop on a line drive. Ferrera just put himself in the perfect position before it started. Nothing you can really do there is Baquero.
Now one away. It's Garrett Ostrander, who sold for 1 on the day.
Look at that pink hot handle on the bat, too.
Yeah, nice bat grip there. It's 1-0 in the count.
He comes with flair and power.
Yeah, bright bat grip.
It matches his gloves, too.
Interesting combination, but whatever works, I guess. 1-0 pitch. It is a fastball just a tad low, 2-0. As now there is some throwing down in the Miners' pen. Looks like Michael Paul, a right-hander from the University of Tampa. They've already got 2 Tampa players on the field right now. Why not add a third as there's a breaking ball for a strike, 2-1.
It's a strong pipeline right now with the Tampa boys. Filling the defensive slots for the Miners.
Michael Paul, that would be his 4th appearance if he were to come into the game. As there's a breaking ball, swing and miss. A good one from Tucker. It's 2-2. Paul has pitched in 3 games this year so far with a start. Manager Tyler LeBrun kind of has him as a swingman. Can use him to start, can use him out of the pen. His stuff will play pretty much anywhere. 2-2 now on Ostrander. Here it comes. Swung on and grounded to second. Bermudez ranging to his right. Has to get rid of it quickly and just got the runner Ostrander at first by about a half a step. So 2 outs now in the 4th, and now to the plate for the Anchorage Bucs is going to be Woody Haydeen, who singled and came around to score back in the 2nd. Haydeen was able to single and then reach second on a steal. Singled home by Ernie Yake. Here's the first pitch to the 9th hitting Haydeen. It's ball 1. Miners sit 3.5 games in first place in the ABL standings as of today. As this pitch is roped down the first baseline, Cirelli diving stop, throws over to Tucker, but Tucker thought it was a foul ball and didn't cover quickly. And safe at the bag is going to be Woody Haydeen for his 2nd hit of the game. How about that? Didn't think it was going to be fair, but it was. And credit Haydeen for busting it down the line there, and he's aboard safely.
And that's just a mental repetition. Always got to follow through regardless, because that first base play by Cirelli, where he just vacuumed up that ball, went to waste because of it.
We've already seen Ernie Yake get aboard 2 times today. Trying to make it 3 as the first pitch is ball 1, and Haydeen over at first, swiped to base earlier, obviously can move a little bit on the bases. They'd love to get him into scoring position.
Could be an idea to pitch inside on somebody like this. You don't want to pitch away from a big hitter like that, like Yake, as he can pull the ball and push it pretty much anywhere across the field, across the plate.
After that pickoff throw to first, Yake back in. It's a 1-0 count. Another pickoff. And back in safely as the runner Haydeen.
Tucker knows he stole last time. He stole second when he was aboard. Haydeen playing some mind games with him now, but Tucker well aware.
Tucker now sets. Here it comes. And it's inside. 2-0. Paul, not really in the stretch and throw anymore. He's off the mound, going from the line, getting those warm-up pitches. So you got to think he's fairly warm down in the pen. 2-0 pitch missed low, and it's 3-0. And it remains to be seen if Tucker will get the opportunity if Yake reaches to face the man on deck, Jack Macdoff.
Might be an idea to just pitch around him at this point, too. 2 hits
pick
already.
Off over to first, and just back in safely is Haydeen.
2 hits already today for Yake. With 3 balls to him and somebody warming up in the pen, might be a chance to pitch around him.
Fastball there, strike number uno.
Make me eat my words, Tucker.
It's 3-1. Hayden still hasn't tried to take off. Could see it here. He's got a big lead. Holds as the 3-1 missed low, and that's a walk for Ernie Yake, who's now aboard 3 times today. 2 hits and a walk. Have been able to keep him off the bases, as now Bubba Walters is out of the minor dugout. He's going to take a slow stroll out to the mound to talk to the pitcher on the mound, Wyatt Tucker, as the infield is going to converge here. They're still first and second, 2 away. The man at the plate is Mactoff, who's 1 for 2, scored a run.
Doesn't seem to be hurrying Michael Paul either, despite the Jeopardy music that's playing right now. No real rush from the minors to move him in.
Yeah, without Tyler LeBrun coming out to the mound, you probably wouldn't expect a pitching change to commence here, but if Mactoff could reach, then it's really going to make that decision harder. As Jake Skipworth, who had the home run earlier, looms on deck.
Tucker has been effective since that first inning. Those first 3 batters left a bit of a blemish on the resume for today with those 3 runs, but besides that, unless your name is Ernie Yake or Woody Hedin, they have not really struggled with the rest of the lineup, but those 2 causing him real headaches for Tucker.
Mound conference over. We're ready to get back to baseball. 2 on, 2 out. Jack Mactoff, left fielder in. First pitch, breaking ball lined foul up the first base line. He's down 0-1.
That foul ball brought to you by
Mactoff flew out in his last at-bat. Another fly ball, can of corn, would be well appreciated by this Miners defense, looking to get 2 scoreless innings.
0-1 here on Mactoff. Left-handed batting outfielder. Pretty good leads for both runners. Here it is. Check swing, went around, snapped over to first. Almost got by Sorelli, as he was a little bit late over there to cover, but able to squeeze it. Went around. It's 0-2. Excuses are cheap. A DUI isn't. The average cost of a DUI in Alaska is $23,000. Don't drive impaired. Arrive alive. This message is brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office, as fighting now for life in this at-bat is Mactoff, down 0-2.
All it takes is 1 good pitch from Tucker to put him away here.
Long stare in by Tucker. Now he's got what he wants. Here comes the 0-2, and it's inside 1-2. So, still a chance at the plate. One and 2 count. Mactoff at the plate. Over at first is Yake, and on second is Hayden. 1-2. It's on the way. Breaking ball. Called strike 2, rather. That was a 2-1 pitch. So the check swing, he did not go around on. It's 2-2.
May not be as patient with the 2-strike count. Mactoff, here's the pitch.
Swung on and hit hard, but foul down the left field line. Stay alive to see another. Nobody really holding on. The runners on the bases, Hayden or Yake. Hayden at second base is way off the bag. Single to the outfield likely scores him. Center fielder Cumbo and right fielder Nunez playing just a bit back. Ferrero pretty much straight up left field.
Interested to see a situation where Cumbo's arm will be tested. Haven't had a chance to see the full range of it yet.
Back in is Mactoff, trying for his second hit in his 3rd plate appearance. Here comes the 2-2. It's swung on and fouled away again. Mactoff staying alive. Went up and away with the fastball. Playing a little bit defensive there in the box. He'll keep it at 2-2.
Keeps pushing it opposite field. Doesn't have quite the length, but balls are carrying today, so anything put in left field, I'm not going to count out until it touches down.
There it is. 0-2, swung on, and a little bit of a jam shot down to third. Rother on the charge. Going to be a tough play. He won't get him. Throw to the plate, though, is in time. How about that heads-up baseball by Nick Sorelli? Taking the throw over at first. That was just a bit late. Breaking for the plate was the runner Haydeen, and he was thrown out by about 15 feet. We're headed to the fifth. Bucs 4, Miners 1. We'll be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. Welcome back from Mulcahy Stadium as we start the fifth inning. Sam Thompson to the plate first for the Miners. Watch this ball one. 1-0 pitch is a strike. Count even at 1-1 on Sam.
Well, the Miners able to get out of a confusing inning there at the end thanks to some heads-up play from first base, Nick Sorelli. Really making a good throw. Weren't sure where they called the out, but regardless, he made it safe for him. Wasn't going to make any doubt about them being out of the inning.
1-1 pitch is tipped off the catcher's glove, and it's going to be 1-2.
Thompson popped out for his first at-bat to the second baseman. This time trying to send it a bit more into the field instead of into the air.
1-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked. 2-2 in the count.
Thompson really likes to use all of his frame for his swings as well. Gets full extension on his arms when he can.
2-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Another punch out for Barrera. One away for Mike Ferreira, the next to the plate.
Make that number 5 on the day as well as his day continues.
That brings up left fielder number 36, Mike Ferreira.
Ferreira's been staying in this lineup by consistently getting at least a hit in a game, seeing if he can add another one here.
He takes ball one there, low and in.
Miners only able to get this 2 singles so far.
Another pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Barrera hasn't walked anyone yet. Ferreira heading out 2-0. Lines, fires, and it's outside, so a 3-0 count on Mike Ferreira. Made that diving catch to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Looking for success at the plate now, and he's going to reach here. A 4-pitch walk. First walk of the game for Diego Barrera. It's a 1-out walk, and now it's going to be Ricky Nunez.
Well, it's rare that we see Barrera walk anybody, but a 4-pitch walk is even harder. Ricky Nunez hoping to move him forward to second at least. Pulling him into third would be even better, as we've seen Nunez really get into some balls. Has had a streak of singles recently.
Nunez grounded to third earlier as the pitch is inside, blocked by the catcher in Matt Erickson, who's quick to it. Hold up Ferreira at first. 1-0 on Ricky Nunez. On deck sits J.D. Urso. And then the top of the order after that, Fake pickoff throw over there as Barrera steps off. Now we'll go back to it. Another.
This one not so fake.
Yeah, no fake there. Threw it over. Back in time was Ferreira, who has no steals and no caught stealings on the year, so not a huge threat to run over there at first. Another pickoff throw. Ferreira back in once again.
Ricky Nunez might get lonely at the plate if you forget about him, Barrera.
Count sits at 1-0 on Nunez. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit pretty hard into center field. Coming on, Carrick. He won't get it. And Ricky Nunez with a one-out single. The Miners' third hit of the game. And now they got first and second. J.D. Urso, the shortstop, to the plate.
This always seems to happen with this Miner offense. Once one person wakes up, everybody kind of follows suit. 2 on now, 0 away as J.D. Urso, or 1 away, as J.D. Urso has a chance to really close the gap with a solid shot here.
Urso trying to get the Miners right back in this. They were down 4-0 after just 2 innings, but now they got a shot for additional runs. It's 4-1 here in the 5th. As this pitch is swung on, hit into right center field, fairly deep. Tracking the ball is Rocaforte and Carrick. It'll be Rocaforte in the gap to make the grab. Back to second is Ferreira. Scrambling back to first is Nunez, and now there's 2 away.
Yeah, should he have tagged, he might have had a chance, but Ferreira thought that one might have got down at first, so no tag initially.
That brings up number 3.
2 outs. David Bermudez, who struck out a couple of times today, once looking, once swinging. It's the last chance for the Miners here in the 5th.
Looking to avoid the Triple Crown and help out his team a bit, getting maybe at least 1 run across.
The pitch swung on, hit back up the middle into center field. Ferreira getting the wave around third. Here he comes to the plate. The throw from Carrick is not in time. RBI single for David Bermudez, his first hit of the day, and the Miners chipping away. It's 4-2.
That was a real hustle play from Mike Ferreira. Nice slide on the outside of the plate, too, to only have his hand touch. Not going to risk the tag. Mike Ferreira closing it to a 2-run lead, and David Bermudez gets his first RBI of the game on that single.
EJ Cumbo, who singled and scored both firsts in a Miners uniform, now to the plate with 2 outs. It's 4-2 Bucs here in the 5th. As the first pitch is a breaking ball. Nice block by Matt Erickson. Ball 1.
So far we've seen only 1 pass ball and wild pitch in the game. Barrera hasn't really tested Erickson that much, but pushing him on the outside now.
1-0 count here on EJ Cumbo. Center fielder, here it comes. Swung on and hit to second. Coming on is Ostrander. He'll flip to Hayden at second base. Shortstop covering there. And that'll end it here for the Miners in the 5th. But they do get a run. It's an RBI single for David Bermudez. Miners trail the Anchorage Bucs 4-2 here from Mulcahy Stadium, as we'll be back here to start the bottom of the 5th in just a few moments.
the Bucs.
Welcome back here from Mulcahy Stadium as we start the bottom of the fifth inning. First to the plate for the Anchorage Bucs is going to be their third hitting first baseman, Jake Skipworth. He had a 3-run homer in the first and struck out in the third. Also, taking ball one there.
Also have a new arm on the mound for the Miners as Michael Paul makes his entrance into the game.
Fourth appearance of the year. He's gone 1-1 on Skipworth.
We were talking during the break. I was telling Reese that Paul has to be one of the best fly-out pitchers the Miners have. When batters come up against him, the amount of moonshots he generates is incredible. But that time, getting another strike. Had 3 strikeouts as well in his last outing, so very capable of that. 3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 1 for each inning.
1-1 pitch. It's swung on, hit pretty well. Right center field. Nunez on the run. So is Cumbo, but it will be Nunez in the gap to make the catch. 1 away here in the 5th. Now we bring up the cleanup hitter. It's Cole Carrick. Carrick on the day has a couple of empty at-bats. He's 0 for 2.
It's going to be 2 groundouts next to his name so far. So Cole Carrick looking to lift something. Might help having a bit of a fly ball pitcher now that he's up to bat.
Counts stands at 1-0 as that first pitch misses away. More action in the Miners' pen. Looks like maybe Lance Santerra's picked up maybe a plyo ball and started throwing it, not a real baseball. See if maybe he goes to warm up next as it's 2-0 on Carrick.
Walk's not something that Paul has struggled with nearly as much this season. Only 4 on the year. As we also have an arm warming up in the Bucs bullpen, so dueling right now.
It looks like a right-hander for the Bucs down there as a swing and a miss by Carrick makes it 2-1.
And it is Spencer Bengard from Cal Baptist, the freshman, warming up in the bullpen.
2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate, and it's gone 3-1 to Cole Carrick, who looks to reach base for the first time. Interesting defensive lineman on the right side for the Miners. David Bermudez is playing way towards Sorelli over at first, a giant gap up the middle. 3-1 pitch is fouled hard, but foul out of play.
Anytime Bermudez makes an adjustment, it's generally good to not doubt him. He seems to understand the tendencies of batters much better than most of the people around him. I trust his judgment in putting himself in the right spot.
3-2 count. Carrick swings and he lines one into left field. There's his first hit of the ball game as he takes a big round around first. He'll go back to the bag. It's a 1-out single. Cole Carrick aboard. And now to be Matt Erickson to the plate.
Well, that's a big weight off his shoulders. Felt like he wasn't contributing to his team, but right now putting him in a chance.
Got an opportunity right now.
Erickson coming up to the plate, also singled in his last at-bat, so looking to keep the momentum rolling here as Paul is looking for his second out of the inning.
First pitch is a fastball low, 1-0. We'd like to give a shout-out to the Matsu Food Bank Peanut Butter Drive. Remember, if you bring a jar of peanut butter to any Matsu Miners game, Matsu Miners home game that is, you'll receive free admission. That drive running from June 1st to August 1st. 1-0 pitch is swung on in line hard down the left field line, but that's just going to get a little bit foul. Nice hefty cut there from Erickson.
And the Miners are feeling a little lucky that one went foul as Carrick had taken off and was at second by the time that one even touched the ground. He would have made it to third easily, if not pushing home.
1-1 on Matt Erickson. Cole Carrick sits over at first. Here's the 1-1. Swung on. Check swing at that, but I think it would have been a called strike anyway, and it's 1-2. I'd like to also give some announcements for some Matsu Miner off-season dates on September 25th of this year. That'll be the annual dinner auction at Raven Hall on the Alaska State Fairgrounds. In September, as it's now 2-2 as that pitch misses off the plate, and then a Grand Slam raffle also at Raven Hall on the Alaska State Fairgrounds. That's on April 24th of 2022. Michael Paul setting now from the stretch. Here it comes, and just missed away with a breaking ball. So counts 3-2. You could potentially see Cole Carrick maybe taking off here to stay out of the double play with a full count.
Well, Erickson's already brought on 7 walks this year.
As this ball is popped up with the runner moving. Long run, Cirelli over near the dugout. He'll glove it just before the stands, and there's 2 away now as a pop out ends the at-bat of Matt Erickson, and now it's Carson Rocaforte.
Fielder number 1, Carson Rocaforte.
Well, Cirelli finally rewarded with a foul out for the amount of times we've seen him hustle after balls over there. Luckily, this one falling short enough he doesn't have to struggle to get there and not be rewarded.
2 away, Rocaforte in. Carrick with a big lead over at first. He doesn't go as the first pitch fastball is going to get away from Thompson. That's going to be another pass ball on Thompson. So he was unable to glove that. Moving up to second base is Carrick. It is a strike though, 0-1.
It'll be the second pass ball of the game, but Sam Thompson got some pretty good hands as well. He can barehand a lot of it too. So anytime you see him making a quick throw, that's exactly why. He's got some of the best instincts on the team.
Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled out of play. So Rocaforte in a deep hole now, 0-2. Paul trying to bridge the gap here in the 5th inning. Miners will have 3-4-5 due up in the 6th. At 3-4-5 is Cirelli, Rother, Rando. Down just 2 runs. Still within reach. Paul checks the runner. Here it is. Swung on. Hit into shallow left field. Moving back for it is Rother, actually. He'll glove it. And that'll put the end to the Bucs' 5th. Bucs threaten. Do not score. We're headed to the 6th here from Mulcahy Stadium. Anchorage Bucs lead your Matsu Miners by a score of 4-2. We'll be back here from Anchorage in just a few minutes. Welcome back as we start the 6th inning. Spencer Bengard will not be on yet, at least for now, as Diego Barrera back to the mound for his 6th inning of work. Nick Cirelli to the plate. First pitch to Nick is right down Broadway. 0-1. We're underway in the 6th. Cirelli 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his last at-bat.
Well, that's usually the best way to tell if your pitcher is still feeling it on the mound.
As Barrera hits the outside corner there. It's 0-2 on Nick Cirelli. Casey Rother sits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball just missed away. It's 1-2. Cirelli looking to find some success once again here. In the first, he grounded out to the first baseman, Skipworth. And that single, obviously, in the 4th as he's down swinging here. Barrera, another punch out. And now with 1 away, it'll be Casey Rother.
Hate to go down swinging there. Always want to put yourself on to start the inning, but tough to fight Barrera when he's racking up his 6th strikeout now. And Rother, who got it on by error at the end, was the first one when Cumbo came across for the Miners' first score of the game.
First pitch to Rother is a fastball off the outside. It's strike 1. Rother trying to find his way aboard. He struck out in the second and reached by way of an error that brought in E.J. Cumbo in the fourth as he watches ball one there. One pitch fouled out of play. On a little bit of a hole is Casey Rother, 1-2.
Rother really going to be tested here now. Hoping to get his first hit of the ball game. Does pretty well in 2-strike counts though.
1-2 pitch, and it missed just low. It'll be 2-2.
Really choking up on the bat, Casey Rother. Using that defensive swing.
Rother, here it comes. As it's away again, and Rother, for the second time today, is in a full count.
Well, only one walk drawn so far. Rother making a good case to be the second here.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded hard, but right at the second baseman, Ostrander. He'll go to Skipworth, 4-3 ground out. 2 away for the Miners here in the sixth.
Coming up to the plate next is going to be Tyler Rando. Right now at 0 for 2 on the line. And looking to make it 1 for 2 and avoid a strikeout as he's gone down swinging in the first 2 plate appearances of the day. But somebody who generally comes along throughout the day as he is hard to keep out of the hit column for too long.
0-1 as he takes a called strike one. Righty on lefty. Rando the righty. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball, and it just missed low. 1-1. Sam Thompson would be next if it could get to him. 2 outs for the Miners here in the sixth. Trail by 2. 1-1 pitch. Just missed again. 2-1. 2 really close misses from Barrera. As the throwing seems to have stopped. Kind of looking and waiting as Bengard. 2-1 count on Rando. Barrera steps off now to tie, or rather, adjust his shoe. We'll go back to 2-1. Here it comes. Swung on and hit sharply down to third. Vaquero up with it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll end things here in the sixth. 1-2-3 go the Miners, and we'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Miners trail 4-2 here from Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
Diego Vaquero, the first man to the plate for the Bucs as we start the bottom of the sixth. Michael Paul, who worked to score the fifth, back out for his second inning of work here at Mulcahy Stadium. Still overcast as we sit at 3:31 local time. First pitch breaking ball, strike one to Vaquero, the third baseman 0 for 2 on the day.
Well, struggling here, is making solid contact, but can't seem to find green grass.
As he makes weak contact there, back to the mound. Paul off the mound to grab it. He'll go to Sorelli. That's an easy first out for the Miners here in the 6th.
Well, it's not getting any greener either, apparently, for Vaquero.
Now to bring up Garrett Ostrander.
Second baseman number
Ostrander.
5, Garrett Ostrander.
On the day has a couple of outs. Struck out swinging and grounded out. Very few punch-outs today for this Bucs lineup.
They are seeing the ball very well, and I mean, they are constantly adding pressure, at least one getting on, it seems, every inning.
First pitch here, 2-0 Strader is popped up into foul ground. Long run, Sorelli, and he misjudged it. He actually overran it a bit. Had he stopped maybe a half second earlier, he probably would have caught that. Instead, it's a foul ball, 0-1.
It's always hard to track one flying over your shoulder, and Nick Sorelli trying to give his best Chad Ochocinco impression there, just can't quite bring it in.
Ostrander looking for his first hit of the day. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. It's 0-2. The man on deck, form of Woody Hayden, has not been retired yet. Walked in single.
Hayden's giving him real fits out of the 9-hole, which you would normally expect to be a pretty easy out, maybe even a stat padding for the pitcher, but giving him fits, as I've already said.
Ostrander down swinging for the second time today. Give Michael Paul his first strikeout of the day. And there's 2 quick outs. Now it'll be the man who they haven't been able to get out yet. Woody Hayden. On the air for Michael Paul. That is his 9th strikeout. He's now pitched 12 full innings. He's got 9 Ks to his resume. Lowering that ERA as it came in at 3.48 as ball 1 there. Just missed to Hayden, the shortstop.
It does have a chance for double digits here, but maybe Ostrander needs to mix up the hot pink tape for something else, because does not seem to be helping him at the plate today.
There's strike 1 on the breaking ball from Paul. Miners gave up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, but it's been good work since then. Looking for their 4th straight scoreless inning as that pitch bounces before the plate and hit the home plate umpire. Kind of grimacing and walking around behind the plate. He appears to be okay. 2-1 is now Sorelli and Thompson converge on the mound to have a conference of some sort with Michael Paul.
Well, no one said that you are not at risk when you're behind home plate, as he learned firsthand there. We've seen plenty of times where it's gone off and also made contact with a foul ball. So you got to be on your toes when you're standing behind the plate, not just to make calls. As we get ready here for what's going to be a continuation of this battle.
Miners with a 4-game homestand beginning tomorrow against the Peninsula Oilers, as there's a ball to Hayden. Off day on Monday, and then Tuesday they have a non-league game, or actually a league game, I should say, against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, home at 7 o'clock p.m. July 6th, as the 2-1 is swung on, and Woody Hayden continues to reach base. There's a base hit, his 2nd of the day, also walked, haven't been able to keep him off the bases, and the Miners still on the day have not had a fully clean inning, as now it's Ernie Yake, who similarly they have not been able to keep off the bases.
Yeah, I want to say that they should move Woody Hayden up in the lineup after a day like this, but constantly putting a man on in front of Yake makes him even more dangerous. 2 singles and a walk on the day.
Going on about that homestand, as the first pitch is a fastball low to Ernie Yank on that homestand. Have a special game on July 7th as the Matsu Miners welcome the Alaska Gold Panners from Fairbanks into Herman Brothers Field for a non-league game. That'll start at 7 p.m. July 7th, as there's a fastball outside 2-0 on Yake, and then homestand will conclude on July 8th, which is a Thursday, where the Miners will once again square up with the Peninsula Oilers.
Well, Michael Paul missing barely, but that's all it takes.
That ball's fouled out of play by Yake, 2-1. Then after that homestand, they have the Alaska Baseball League Major League Scouts Showcase here at Mulcahy Stadium. They'll play one game on Friday at 11 a.m. versus the Chuyak Eagle River Chinooks, and then two on Saturday, 3 and 7 p.m. The first one against the Peninsula Oilers is now it's 3-1 on Yake, and the second one against the Anchorage Bucs at 7 p.m. All three of those games will only be 7-inning games.
Trying to move inside after getting 2 called outside, but same result for Michael Paul. Maybe something of middle.
As now he's going to hit Yake's, looked like his elbow pad maybe. Thought it might have been the bat handle at first.
Looks like he's trying to sell it as a hit by pitch.
And that's what they're going to
getting
give him. Ernie Yake's 4th time aboard today, and Tyler LeBrun quickly out of the dugout arguing that it hit his hand, or hit the bat handle and his hand.
It's hard to sell the difference considering the sound one makes compared to the other, but hard to hear the argument from up here that he could be making.
Now LeBrun out of the dugout having a conversation, not the friendliest conversation, with the home plate umpire. LeBrun will go back to the dugout. And now 2 on, 2 out.
Left fielder number 24.
Big batter at the plate in the form of Jack McDuff.
Well, somebody who seems unfazed by how that unfolded is Michael Paul. All he did was laugh it off, and now he's ready to face the next batter.
McDuff on the day, 1-for-3. He has a single. He's got an opportunity to knock in a run here. As the first pitch is a fastball just low. My goodness, where did that one miss? 1-0.
Not doing him any favors for sure. Can't say he's missing by much, but high expectations from the home plate umpire today.
McDuff back in. 1-0 pitch is a called strike on the inside corner, so 1-1.
Paul staying composed and trying to stay as tight as he can right now.
He's got a 1-1 count on Jack McDuff. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded over to first. Sorelli up with it on a big hop. He'll tag the bag, and working out of trouble is Michael Paul. 2 straight scoreless for the right-hander from the University of Tampa. We'll head to the 7th. Miners trail the Anchorage Bucs here 4-2 from Mulcahy Stadium. We'll be back here from Anchorage in just a few moments.
Catcher number 18.
6, 7, 8 due up in the Miners order here to begin. The top of the 7th, Sam Thompson, the first to the plate as he takes a fastball for strike 1. Thompson, then Mike Ferreira, and then Ricky Nunez.
Thompson so far has a pop out and a strikeout swinging, so.
As he just missed that ball up the first baseline, a little bit foul. He's down 0-2. Struck out his last plate appearance.
I never consider a foul ball to be a bad swing. Might not get you the ball call that you should get always, but you are timing it up better.
So you watch this ball one there. It's 1-2. Miners would love to at least get a run here in the 7th. Cut into that lead a little bit. They still got the 7th and then a couple more. Put 2 runs up on the board. As we also have a new pitcher, Spencer Bengard, on. Got to mention that at the start of the inning as Thompson fouls that off deep down the right field line. Bengard on here in the 7th. If the game would stay the way it is, Diego Barrera would get the win with 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, only one of which was earned. As winding and firing is Bengard. He missed just off the outside. It's 2-2.
Nice concentration that time by Thompson. Didn't even go a quarter of the way around, but Bengard testing his limits here. Only 3 walks to 16 strikeouts on the season.
As he misses way away with the breaking ball, and all of a sudden it's 3-2 on Thompson. Now coming into this game, Spencer Bengard's been one of the best relievers in the ABL. 6 games, 11 2/3 innings with a 1.54 ERA. Winds here, fires, and Thompson is called out on strikes. And there's one away here in the 7th.
Hard to refute that one. Took a shot right down Main Street. Paid off.
Yeah, that was definitely strike 3. Bengard with his 17th strikeout of the year in just 12 innings. Pretty good ratio for the right-hander. And now it's Mike Ferreira. Ferreira walked his last time up as he watches ball 1 sail over catcher Erickson's glove to the backstop.
It's also the only walk the Miners have been able to grab in this game. Every other person on bags have come from a hit.
It's an important walk, though. He came around to score on an RBI single off the bat of David Bermudez, just beating the throw to the plate. He's at a 1-0 count now. As that pitch misses low and away, Ferreira way ahead again, 2-0. Nunez in the on-deck circle singled to help keep the party alive. Back in the 5th. Here's the pitch, and it's strike 1. Getting that one over is Bengard, 2-1.
And he's just got some incredible spin on that fastball. You can see his snapping action from his wrist going sideways on that spin. And Bengard's not making it easy on him.
This Bucs team comes into today's game 4th in the ABL and ERA, but they have a lot of guys near the top that can really spin it, specifically out of the pen. As this ball is popped up behind the plate, running around behind the backstop is Erickson, and he'll make the underhand grab a couple of feet away from the screen. 2 outs here for the Miners.
Well, not going to be an easy grab, but able to follow that one as it just slides up against the backstop. So Ricky Nunez now is the only one standing between them in a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, the Bucs out of the pen this year have used 3 relievers, throwing almost 30 innings combined with a 2.19 ERA or less, as the first pitch to Nunez is fouled away, 0-1. J.D. Urso sits the on-deck circle.
He did get a hit in his last at-bat, that one being a single that advanced Ferreira. They seem to come in bunches for Nunez, so possibly another chance here.
He swings and fouls this pitch into the dirt, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nunez still looking for his first home run of the year.
Well, even with the incremental windup, Nunez able to time that one enough to foul it off. But behind 0-2, biggest hole he's going to face.
From the wide, Bengard, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider, and down quietly here in the 7th are the Mat-Su Miners. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Miners trail 4-2 here from Mulcahy Stadium. We'll be back here from Anchorage in just a few moments. Welcome back here as we start the bottom of the 7th. Michael Paul back out for another inning on the slab as he delivers ball 1 to Jay Skipworth. Skipworth 1 for 3 on the day with a 3-run homer. That's the difference in this game right now. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and grounded foul. Count even on Skipworth, 1-1. Michael Paul getting some good innings today, but down in the pen, grabbing the ball. Throwing in the minors bullpen, it's Nate Beimel, left-hander from Columbia University. As here's the pitch, and it's swung on and hit hard into left field, but moving over to make the grab is Mike Ferreira, 1 away.
And Beimel coming in could be a good indication for the Miners, their highest K-9 strikeout ratio on the team, as he can just get blowing by batters when he starts getting that fastball rolling.
Cole Carrig now to the plate. Carrig in for his 4th time as he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Michael Paul is giving them some good work out of the pen, trying to keep the score the way it is here in the 7th. Miners in the 8th will have 9-1-2 due up in the order. Paul from the line, the 0-1. Breaking ball again, called strike. Back-to-back breaking balls on the outside edge to the left-handed Carrig. And we sit at 0-2. Here comes the 0-2, and it missed low and in. So, staying alive to at least see another is Cole Carrig. Only 1 home run we've seen today, and really only one other ball had a chance of getting out as that breaking ball just missed. To Carrig, 2-2. The only other ball that was hit really near the wall was Diego Baquero, hit one to the left center field warning track. That was it.
And that home run shot is really showing its value now, an early score, and the difference in the game right now is that 3-run shot is the separation between the Bucs and the Miners currently.
Count sits at 2-2, still on Cole Carrig. Caught that last pitch to the screen. Paul from the wind. Here it comes, break-even pitch. Just off the edge, it's 3-2.
It's been a long road back from the 0-2 hole, but now a full count, and something's got to give.
Right, something does have to give here as the full count pitch is a called strike 3.
Bit of a delayed call, and I
Yeah.
would have been surprised if they didn't give him the strikeout there.
Carrig thought he had a walk. Instead, the only walking he's doing is back to the dugout, and now that'll bring up Matt Erickson.
Erickson also working a 1-for-3 line on the game so far.
Matt Erickson.
Erickson watches ball 1 low. He's ahead in the count now, 1-0. Paul from the line. Here comes 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, and it missed low again, so now he trails in the count 2-0. Miners haven't had to use that many relievers lately. Only been a few out of the pen. This would be Beimel's first appearance in quite a bit. As there's fastball off the plate, it's 3-0.
Beimel hasn't even pitched for the Miners in over a week now, so a real chance to warm up their lefty.
Last appearance came last Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays ago, I guess you could say, as that pitch misses off the plate. And the Miners still have not had a perfect inning. All 7 innings, the Bucs have reached base. It's a 2-out walk for Matt Erickson. But Beimel's last appearance was on Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays ago, in Kenai against the Peninsula Oilers. He got 1 out in that inning before being removed for Alex Majors, who ended up getting credit with the save as that game was called after 5 innings. First pitch from Paul is a ball. Just missed. Maybe a little low to Carson Rocafort.
It's a bit of a teacup zone today from the home plate umpire. Really, unless you're going middle of the plate, you're going to have it be 50-50, but he does prefer that front door attack, it seems.
Yeah, inside corner called for a strike. Yeah, it's been a bigger strike zone on the right side of the plate than the left side. North-south is a little iffy at times. There's a breaking ball grounded over to Sorelli. He picks it up, he'll go to first, and that'll end the 7th. How about Michael Paul? 3 innings of scoreless work out of the bullpen. We're headed to the 8th. Miners 9-1-2 in the order due up. We'll be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. We're back as we start the 8th inning. J.D. Urso with an opportunity to get on. If the Miners were to get a runner on this inning, they would be able to send the tying run to the plate. Bengard back out for the 8th as he delivers strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 to Urso.
Urso looking for his first hit of the game as he's gone 0 for 2. Ground out and a flyout so far.
Takes ball one off the edge. Yeah, just one walk for the Miners today. They'd love to show some discipline and get some guys on as they trail by 2 here. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled way back out of play. That ball's getting to the street. 1-2 on J.D. Urso.
For the Miners, their walk numbers have been trending in the right direction the past couple of games, but as you said, not helping here. That one walk did turn into a run, so they have value for sure in this game.
1-2 pitch on the hands. It's fouled back over the press box, and it's still 1-2 on J.D. Urso as he tries to battle and reach base.
Coming up behind him in the on-deck circle is going to be David Bermudez coming off that single in his last AB.
Here's the pitch. It's a fastball just off the outside edge. 2-2. Urso's still alive. Bengard winds, and here it comes. Swung on and grounded right back up the middle, past the hand. Sliding stop by the shortstop, Haydeen, but the throw is not even going to be close in time. How about that infield single? J.D. Urso gets on base, and now the tying run coming to the plate. It's David Bermudez who singled in a run back in the 5th.
Hey, I'll give all the credit in the world to Haydeen. That was a nice grab and throw from a low angle, but Urso just put it in the right spot, and Miners chance to move a man up now.
So there's strike one to Bermudez. Yeah, the pitcher on the mound, Bengard almost had that. He reached out with his hand but was unable to grab it. 0-1 pitch is upstairs. It's 1-1 as now the Miners dugout really into the game. They're all up along the railing, trying to find a way to help David Bermudez at the plate. Is it a 1-1 count? Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Bermudez behind on a fastball. It's 1-2.
Behind Bermudez stands E.J. Cumbo in the on-deck circle and Nick Sorelli in the holes. So two very capable hitters when it comes to driving runners in. So right now they need to focus on advancing Urso into scoring position without the double play.
Swinging a ground ball at Haydeen. Ostrander, turnover, double play. Just like that, the base is empty.
A momentum killer for the Miners.
Bermudez ground 6-4-3. That's a double play. And now 2 outs. It's going to be E.J. Cumbo.
The last thing the Miners needed was losing their base runner. Now, backs against the wall, down to their last 4 outs.
First pitch is the ball to E.J. Cumbo.
This team's performed well all year in pressure situations. Can they do so again today? As 50% of their wins this year have come in comeback fashion.
Cirelli due up on deck. Bengard from the line, here it comes, and it missed. Count is 2 balls and a strike on E.J. Cumbo. Gets the bat against the right-hander for the first time today. Here it comes. Swung on and hit into right field. Give E.J. Cumbo a couple of hits on the day as he's aboard now with 2 outs.
Well, his first day in Miners Green is a multi-hit game, so I'd say it's a pretty solid debut for E.J. Cumbo.
And now a real threat coming to the plate. Nick Cirelli, who's homered his past couple of games, is going to come in now. Cirelli on the day is 1 for 3. Singled back in the 5th. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. High fastball behind on it. 0-1.
Well, he wanted all of that ball. You could tell with that swing.
Right fielder Rocafort is playing fairly in right field. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled into the dirt. Cirelli down 0-2 now.
Just taps that one into his own ankle, so getting real close with the ball. Maybe he'll see it better now because he's had some contact with it.
Bucs trying to nail down this win. It'd be just 2.5 games back of the Miners with a win. Cirelli steps back in, and we're going to have a balk. Spencer Bengard will balk E.J. Cumbo over to second base, and now they got a runner in scoring position. So Cumbo sits on second with 2 strikes to Cirelli.
Well, we thought we had a balk earlier in the game, but that's the first one to officially be recorded. The other one was called back.
Stepping off is Bengard, looking Cumbo back. Cirelli in a deep hole, but he's got an opportunity to knock in a run.
Any well-placed ball could bring him home from second.
As this pitch is fouled out of play, Cirelli staying alive. It's still 0-2. Casey Rother in the on-deck circle, if it were to get to him. Here's the 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Cirelli down on strikes for the second time today, and that'll end things here in the 8th. Miners get a couple men on, but can't bring anyone around. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Miners trail 4-2 here from Mulcahy Stadium, as we'll be back in just a few moments. We got a new pitcher here at Mulcahy Stadium, bottom of the 8th, freshly shaven. Nate Beimel on has shaved that beard as of a few days ago. Now clean shaven He's going to get to face the bottom of the order. 7-8-9 due up for the Anchorage Bucs. Diego Baquero, first to the plate.
First for the Bucs.
Everyone be sure to say hi to Babyface Bimel on the mound, as he's one of our favorite versions of Bimel so far this year.
There's a fastball, foul to the screen, 0-1. Bimel, obviously his first appearance in about a week and a half. He's on here trying to keep the lead at just 2.
Still comes into today with an ERA squeaking in below 2 and 15 strikeouts on the season. Bimel, primary pitch is the fastball, as he really gets that strong delivery, and as Reese has mentioned many times, likes to hide his pitch almost until releasing it.
Chris Sale type approach. Bimel on the air, 6 games, 9 1/3 innings. He's allowed just 2 earned runs and 15 strikeouts to just 4 walks. 1-2 pitch, and it came way up and in to Baquero as he just ducks out of the way. It's going to be 2-2.
Nice reflexes there from Baquero, as he did everything he could to get out of the way. That could have easily been a hit by pitch if he didn't have those quick reflexes. Baquero carrying an 0 for 3, would have loved to get on base, but gonna do it some other way if he can.
2-2. Swung on it high in the air, but shallow. Calling everyone off is J.D. Urso, as now he backpedals a little bit, but he'll camp under it in time to make the catch. 1 away here in the 8th. Bring up to the plate Garrett Ostrander, who's had a tough day at the plate. 0 for 3 for the Cal Baptist second baseman.
And real chance for the Triple Crown here, as well, as Bimel, in search for his first strikeout, could give his 3rd of the day to Ostrander. Instead, might give an easy out here on the first pitch.
Sam Thompson, how about that play? Moving into foul ground, making a sliding grab. Right near the minor dugout.
Well, we usually save the slides for some soccer players, but Thompson there going off some real sliding play potential. Just a beautiful navigation, and now a chance for the first 1-2-3 inning here, as Bimel has Woody Haydeen up to the plate.
Bimel takes a ball there, or rather Haydeen takes a ball there, 1-0. That pitch misses. It's 2-0.
Haydeen still hasn't been out in this game. Been on 3 times already with 2 hits and a walk. Also added a stolen base to his line today, so a real solid day for somebody who's been skidding for the Bucs.
That ball's popped out of play. Foul. Haydeen, 2-1 count.
Miners hoping to get out of this inning, still holding that 2-run deficit.
2-1 on Haydeen. Here it is. It's a fastball, and that missed in. So Haydeen, 1 ball away from reaching base for the 4th time today. Bimel winds, fires, and missed away, actually. Now it'll be 1 ball away, as count sits at 3-2. It's full. Bimel winds, here it comes. And for the 4th time today, Woody Haydeen has reached first base, his 2nd walk to go along with 2 hits. Give him an even 1,000 on base for the day, as now Ernie Yake, another guy the Miners haven't been able to keep off the bases, coming to the plate.
DH number 16, Ernie Yake.
Yake with, on the day, a 2 for 2 line. He's also walked and been hit by a pitch. First pitch to him here is a fastball for strike 1. Haven't been able to set down the top or the bottom of the order.
Take a step back because you keep running into it and moving the camera.
0-1 pitch is a fastball called strike. Yake down. 0-2 in the count.
Bimel would love to get a strikeout here and end the perfect day for Ernie Yake.
Runner takes off on 0-2 as a line drive right back at Nate Bimel. Smooth play from the southpaw. He'll snag it, and that'll end the 8th for the Anchorage Bucs. We're on to the 9th. Miners trying to at least keep this game alive, as we'll be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. We're back here to start the 9th from Mulcahy Stadium, and the Miners down 2, trying to at least tie this game up or take the lead. It won't be easy, though. They'll face Mitchell Scott on for the save for the Bucs as he throws ball 1 there to Casey Rother. Scott on the year, 12 1/3 innings. He's allowed 11 hits and 4 walks, only 3 runs, 8 strikeouts, 2.19 ERA. Also picked up a pair of saves. Looking for number 3 is their strike 1 to Casey Rother, 1-1.
One thing that does stand out, though, it does allow nearly a hit an inning and add 4 walks to that total as well. His whip stands around 1, so fairly solid, but if the Miners can get one on, like this, with a deep ball carrying, but might not become much.
As that ball flown up to the right fielder, Roccafor, and 1 away as Casey Rother unable to reach there. And now it's Tyler Rando with 1 out here in the 9th.
With 1 down and nobody on, DH.
In the middle of the inning, really struggling for the Miners today, as their 4 through 6 hole haven't produced a hit, but all it takes is one good swing of the bat for Tyler Rando to put together an extra base hit, as he's done plenty of times here at Mulcahy.
There's ball 1 to Rando. Setting is Scott. Here it comes. And there's a strike, so Rando had a 1-1 count. Just takes one man on. Blooping a blast, if you will. Sitting on deck is Sam Thompson.
It'd have to be Thompson's first home run of the season, and in the hole behind him is Mike Ferreira.
As here's a little tapper back to the mound, and 2 quick outs as Mitchell Scott underhand flip to Jake Skipworth, and the Miners are down to their last out.
Well, this is some clean closing work from Mitchell Scott. Doesn't even feel like the 9th inning how fast it's going. With 2 already away, and the Miners in danger of losing a serious winning streak.
This would halt a long winning streak, certainly for the Miners. They've won 9 of 10, and they've also won 6 in a row coming in. Or 5 in a row coming in, as the first pitch to Sam Thompson is a bit low, ball 1. Ferreira on deck. Does have power. Doesn't have a home run yet on the air, but he does have some power in that bat. Thompson trying to give him the opportunity. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled away. Thompson in a 1-1 count.
Thompson looking like he wants his own home run. That one sent deep and far, but just not at the right angle. It's going to end up going foul. So right now, Thompson, usually a line drive hitter, looking to get some pop on it.
The 1-1 pitch misses low. Thompson just barely ahead now, 2-1. Outfield playing pretty much straight up on Thompson. There's the 2-1 pitch. And it missed low again. So Thompson, if he were to get another ball, would be just the second minor to reach base on a walk today. He's got a chance right now at 3-1.
A walk would be huge right now for the Miners, just getting any possibility, but we'll make it full count first.
3-1 pitch is fouled to the screen. It's got to be full.
Can't have a ninth inning without drama.
Something has to give right here. It's 3-2.
And this could decide the ball game for the Miners.
Ball game that's only lasted 2 hours and 12 minutes so far. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball grounded slowly down to third. Vaquero up with it. He'll go to first. It's in time. And the Miners' 5-game winning streak comes to an end here at Mulcahy Stadium. The Anchorage Bucs taking this one by a score of 4-2. Got great pitching, just one walk allowed all day as Miners dropped to 14-7 on the year. They've been really good lately, but they'll be now 9-2 in their last 11. The Anchorage Bucs with the win, improving to 11-8 on the year. Now they're just 2.5 back of the Miners in the standings. Once again, your final here today from Mulcahy Stadium is Bucs 4, Miners 2. The winning pitcher for the Anchorage Bucs is Diego Barrera, who went 6 innings, giving up just 2 runs, only one of which was earned. And taking a loss for the Miners was Wyatt Tucker, who went 4 innings and gave up 4 runs. With the save, it's Mitchell Scott with a perfect 9th inning.
Well, if you're the Miners, you also did run in to 3 of their top 6 guys for ERA, so nothing to be ashamed about if you're Matsu, but looking for a big comeback win tomorrow against Peninsula, as they're going to be taking them on for their 4th of July exhibition, so be sure to tune in for that to see the Miners hopefully get back to their winning ways after taking a tough one here.
Miners, like you said, are going to be back in action tomorrow, 4 p.m. start. Gates open at 2:30 p.m. if you'd like to come down to Herman Brothers Ballpark on Independence Day and watch some baseball. If not, we'll be back on YouTube tomorrow with the stream starting at about 3:55 Alaska time. Thank all of you for listening. For myself, Reese Landon, joined by Sean Neef, we're saying so long here from Mulcahy Stadium. Anchorage Bucs take this one by a score of 4-2. Thank all of you once again for listening, and have a good night, everyone.